Hey, what's good, y'all? Want to thank everyone for tuning in weekly to OG Suicide in the Building. And on this episode today, I got my loved one in the building with me, man, my family, DJ Flippp. What up, folks?
What's up, Suicide? Thank you for bringing me on.
Come on, man. It's only right. You know, it's only right. Like I told you, man, I rocks with you. So
Appreciate you.
Definitely. Definitely. My podcast is pretty much based upon mental health. I focus in depth on mental health, people that have been through depression, and share their story. And let's put that story out there to the audience. So they probably will either go through the same thing or similar.
Okay.
And how a person overcame their depression can help the next person.
Yep.
And that's what each one teach one. I still live by those rules.
Yep.
So, you've been in this industry, and not even just this industry, but everyday life. Take us to a time, man, where you can say, like, you really feel like you was on the ledge with life.
I would say 2016, when like all the biggest shit I ever happened. Was when I felt the most depressed.
Yeah?
Yeah, because first of all, I thought making a hit record for someone was gonna change my life instantly, and I didn't realize it was a process, and getting all this attention and getting all like people coming to me and people want to work with me and all this stuff, it was so much pressure, and I don't know, I wasn't making no money at that time. I didn't know how to monetize my stuff, and I just, like I said, I thought it was all gonna be boom, made a song for someone big, everybody knows me, I'm rich. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
So I feel like a lot of people in this industry, they jump into it and they don't realize that, so they fall into that hole. You know what I'm saying? The depression. That's when I felt the most depressed, man, because literally I had everything, but I was broke.
I mean, the name was ringing bells, the record was ringing bells, but financially, like, it just wasn't there.
And on top of that, I feel like this industry, it's like, I don't want to say it, but it's like the devil in a way to me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I caught myself doing more negative things when I got into the game. Like, I kind of lost myself in a way for a couple years.
You feel like the game took control of your mental.
Bro,
full control of you.
Bro, I was fucking up. I was not. I don't know. I was doing the wrong things, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, just doing the wrong things, like treating my girl wrong, like doing a bunch of shit that was like I was never like this until I became Flipp.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
So you became Flipp.
Exactly.
Did drugs play a part?
I've never done
in
drugs.
your downfall? That's good. That's good.
I smoke weed.
Okay,
so
that's good. Well, that's good.
Yeah. So I've never done drugs, but I have been very depressed before, to the point where I'm like, this type. You know what I'm saying? And it's. I think to me it happened because of this industry.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because
it got the best of you.
It got the best of me, bro, and it just my mind a lot. And like I said, I was making the wrong decisions, and I could tell you what helped me get over it as well. A lot, like, shout out to my wife, man. You know what I'm saying? Like she held me down. She was there with me through the worst. I done did the worst to her.
The good,
like,
the bad,
never
the ugly.
like nothing,
She was right
nothing
there.
violent or nothing,
Nothing
like
physical.
that. Nothing physical or nothing like that. But like just been through the worst, like some piece of shit, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I blame it on myself, but at the same time, because I take accountability for my actions and all the stuff I've done.
Okay.
But I know it has to do with this industry, because it kind of changed me in a way.
What about, was it people around you who you had, like, assisting you business-wise? Did they play a part in that? Like making sure you got what you're supposed to, especially having a hit record, and then to not get nothing from it. Like, did you have management at the time?
Nah, no management. It's all just me.
You did everything.
I learned all this myself later.
Okay.
Like, now I'm good.
Yes.
I figured it out. It's been like 5-6 years. Figured out my business, built my company, cool. But back then, I had nothing, man. It was just me and my team, like my friends, which is my team now.
Yes.
And we all do business now, but it was just me and my friends. And I was just like winging it, man, just trying to figure it out. And I didn't know what I was doing. And like I said, I fell into this deep hole, bro, of having this name, being this guy, like out in the SoundCloud era. It was like so popping, bro. Like everyone knew me. So I just felt horrible. I was like, damn, like I don't have nothing really. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that shit killed me inside, bro.
Did you feel like you wanted to, attempt suicide at any point in your life?
Not. I can't say I haven't felt like that,
Okay.
because I definitely have felt like that. But I
You
don't
was
think
on
I'd
the
ever.
dark side.
I've had I've been through the dark side.
Yes.
And I feel like a lot of this, at least for me, happened. Like I feel like I created my own depression in a way.
Okay.
Like I made decisions that like
You created the monster.
I created the monster.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that just like I feel like that's what did it, bro. That fucked everything up. I did it. I fucked myself up and I created my own depression. I feel like you could create depression. You could create that shit.
Yeah, you can. You at some point, you can if you're definitely not structuring your life.
Yeah.
And your life is just out of control.
Yep.
You know.
Especially when so many things are coming at you fast and so many opportunities and so many like this, that, and then you have like the devil trying to talk to you, and then you know what I'm saying?
Telling you negative things, and on your other shoulder is positive things,
Yeah.
but you went with the negative things.
Exactly, bro. But you know, I'm grateful for all that because I overcame all that stuff already.
And you felt it made you a better person.
Super better. I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life now.
Okay.
And I feel like making the right decisions and doing the right thing, being a good person, like it helps.
What about in the beginning, like, of you actually becoming a producer? You know, what about in the beginning stages of it? How hard was it for you, or before you landed, a big record? How difficult was it for you? And I'm sure during them times as well, expecting things to happen. You know, like being in the game, you want things to happen when you want it to happen, but sometimes it takes longer than you expect.
Yeah.
So I'm sure during them times as well, just trying to get your name out there was definitely a depressive time.
Bro, it was the worst. It was the worst because you're like struggling at the bottom and you're trying to figure out, bro, I'm over here like hustling, you know what I'm saying, before
Yes.
doing this music shit.
Yes.
And like I feel like all that, I was doing negative shit though, to make my money. Like I had to
Yes.
make my money. I was doing like the worst things possible. All that stuff like was killing me inside before I made any big songs, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like it's like guilt in a way. Like I said, I created the monster.
Yes.
Like I created that shit myself.
Yes.
And I fell into a deep hole, bro. And yeah, man, I feel like just like before, like I said, before all this stuff, man, like I was just very depressed. Very depressed, stressed out.
And you said your lady, she definitely helped you through it.
From the beginning.
And what are from the beginning, definitely. And what are other things that you also did to help you? Because there's other, people that want to be producers or
Yeah.
up and coming producers, and it's a struggle. And it's getting in this game or getting your name out there. Definitely, it's not overnight. For some, it is, but it go away just as fast as it comes.
Yeah.
So, what is a few other things that you can say assisted you in overcoming depression?
Honestly, surrounding myself around the right people, like my
Okay.
wife.
Okay.
She helped me a lot. She held me down. And honestly, just realizing, just believing that everything can get better. I just believed in that.
Yes.
Believing like, hey, you know what? This is just like a temporary thing. Because I
Yes.
used to have like anxiety attacks and all type of stuff. And I used to feel like I was going to die. And I'm like, damn, the world, like what's going on? I don't know. I used to just, but then I started realizing that everything's kind of temporary, at least for me.
Okay.
I'm just speaking from
Because
my
everybody's
experience.
different,
Everyone's
yes. different.
Someone else, it could just be forever. I don't know. But for me, my experience, maybe there's people out there that have gone through what I've been through. So I'm speaking to them. I just put in my mind that this is temporary. And eventually everything started going away. But I did have to do things for it to go away.
Mm-hmm.
I had to change how I was.
Mm-hmm.
I had to change my behavior. I had to treat people around me better. I had to just put myself into a positive mindset.
So you used to treat people bad, you would say?
Like
Disrespectful bad,
nah,
or just
kind of like I was kind of like a hothead, bro.
Okay.
Like I got in a lot of fights and
Okay.
and like for example, my sister would say something to me, I'll talk shit right back, boom, or something. My girl, anything, like fuck that. I just never knew I was wrong and never accepted
What you said was the ego?
I was like that my whole life.
Oh, okay.
It was just like my
Temper.
temper, just seeing my
Temper.
dad, just seeing my dad and shit. Like no excuse, man.
So
You know?
your dad, he had a very bad temper?
Horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah. Did you used to piss him off and he'd get on you?
No, he said just come home pissed off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't even have to say nothing?
Nothing.
Wow.
He was like bipolar, I think. I don't know. He wasn't diagnosed with it, but I just assumed
just like the actions.
the way he was. One day he'd be happy, one day he'd be mad, and he'd just be snapping.
Did he ever rough you up?
Yeah, not really. He brought my older cousins to live with me since I was a little kid to rough me up, cause he was always gone.
So he would turn your cousins loose on you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Like they fucked me up and all that.
Like
yeah.
y'all better beat him up or I'm gonna beat you up type thing?
Yep. Like he gave them a place to live, and he's like you gonna live here. You guys have nowhere to live. Y'all gonna live here, and you guys gonna make sure. Cause I grew up with 6 older sisters.
Okay.
So think you, I have 6 older. I'm the only, 6 older sisters, and I'm the only boy.
Okay.
So my dad's like, fuck that. You know, we gotta have some men in his life. You know.
Yeah.
So he brought my cousins to live with me and my uncles, and yeah, they were just on me. Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
You say it made you a better person? Or what you say it kind of what you went through pretty much kind of made you hard, pretty much like a heated person. It gave you temper.
Yeah.
From you growing up, fighting with them, getting beat up by them, and you go take it out on somebody else.
Exactly. So.
So what you say, you was like going through being a bully stage?
I was kind of like my dad.
Not the word bully.
I wasn't a bully.
Do you feel like you was bipolar as well?
I used to hate bullies.
Okay, yeah, me too.
I used to fight bullies
Me too.
in school. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I used to like helping kids and stuff like that, but I did get into a lot of problems, and I don't know. I feel like I would just like lose my mind with like the people closest to me. I don't know why.
They would get on your nerves, or you would get easily irritated.
I feel like I bully them. There we go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But like I wouldn't bully like my friends at school. I was like the happiest person outside of like the closest people to me.
So the closest people,
they're the ones that seen everything, you know.
Okay,
they're the ones that seen it all. Like damn, like this kid needs some help, you know. But like everyone else didn't really see it. Kind of like hit it. You know what I'm saying?
Just like sometimes when people are going through pain, you know, they smile. You know, they wear a smile during the time of hurt.
I learned to just. I express exactly what's going on now. Like I don't, like I said, I thank my wife.
Okay.
Because like, she gave me 5 kids, and she changed everything about me.
Okay.
She turned me into a way better person. Like I haven't got mad in like 3 years.
Oh, that's good.
Like I haven't argued with her in years. Like we haven't.
Y'all have an understanding.
Yeah, we don't yell at each other. We don't fight. You can ask my assistant. He's with me every day. He's at my house every day, all day. He never heard my voice raised once. I never raised my voice at her.
Okay, what about at your children? Do you raise your
Never.
voice? No? Okay.
I mean, if they're like dirty and they're like fucking up the whole house, I'm like, clean the
yeah.
house up, you know, say shit like that. You know, but I'm never like, I don't hit them.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, some people on the internet, they're like, nah, you should whip your kid's ass, you know. Not to me, but just reading from other people, they talk about like, nah, this generation's fucked up because the parents don't hit their kids no more. But I don't know, I got good kids, man.
Well,
I've never hit
this
them.
generation is kind of the way it is a lot of it is from social media, and then a lot of people are letting phones be the parents.
Yeah. Ooh.
You know, phones are raising kids now.
It's true.
Parenting is thinning out, you know, in households. That family structure is thinning out in households, you know, everywhere.
Yeah, my 2-year-old, all she does is say phone. Like, she's saying phone. I'm like, man.
Young.
Too.
Young. So what are you doing now, man? Did you ever have to see a therapist? Or a therapist or anybody to kind of, I know you said your wife helped you, definitely, off top. But also, did you ever have to go get some help?
I never got help because I never thought I needed it.
Okay.
Until I got hit by this car on my bike. And then I got sent to therapy because I was fighting this case.
Yes.
And then I realized I did need this because I saw the therapist. My lawyer sent me to go see a therapist.
Okay.
Man, I've never cried that much. Like I was crying to this therapist. Like,
yes.
she was breaking me down, like not breaking me down, but like asking me questions, talking to me, and I'm like, damn, I didn't realize how good it made me feel. Every time I left those therapy sessions, I felt like a new person. Like my anxiety was gone.
You let it out.
Yeah.
Because it was just constant. It was staying built up.
Exactly. So, like, what I'm saying is, like, don't hold things in.
Never.
Yeah.
Not too much pressure, bust a pipe.
I was just holding everything in for a long time.
What about now? At some point in life, do you kind of like sometime be just irritated about things?
No.
Maybe not as hard as you used to, but do something like right now at this point of your life, do you still go through different things, you feel like?
Like, in my personal life, nothing. Like, I've overcame all this, thank God, and I hope it stays this way.
Yes, definitely. I hope it stays that way as well for you.
Life could be a roller coaster, so, knock on wood, hopefully it doesn't ever change, because I've been the happiest I've ever been, now.
Okay.
But yeah, I just get like irritated for like normal, regular things, like business things.
See,
like,
I could kind of see it in your face expression, the demeanor of me just sitting here talking to you. I could tell there still be stuff, kind of like going on.
Yeah.
That that maybe need to come out. If it's like a few things that you want to get off your mind, that you feel like well, there is this that kind of like irritates me that you would like to express. Because it's definitely written all over your face, and you ain't even got to say nothing.
Yeah, it's mainly the things that, like, the new stress that I get is like being a businessman.
Okay.
And being
a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. That's like, I feel like a lot of businessmen will relate. That's like when I feel like the stress, like the depression feeling I feel back then. That's like the kind of the same feeling I feel now when
dealing with business.
Yeah, and like, you gotta maintain people, have employees and stuff. That's why I salute Adam, man, because I don't know how the fuck he does this shit. I'm still learning, man. I'm still trying to get my shit like that. But like going through this whole business and maintaining a company and paying taxes and doing all this stuff is like a whole new world of anxiety and being stressed and going through some type of depression. You know what I'm saying?
Because I definitely can tell. I've always been good with reading people. So but it's gonna get better.
Yeah. I just I'm grateful. I built a successful company. I got my own compound as well. I've got my team, got my studios, and I got my business running. But like I said, maintaining everything and like the more money you make, and I feel like the more money I've made in my life, the more stress that has came to me.
Yeah, because you take on even more.
Yeah, because now, versus having fucking $3,000 rent, now I got $50,000 in bills every month.
Yes.
And that's like another toll it hits on me, because it's like, how do you maintain all that and structure this and keep it going? So I do go through times where I just break down, like, fuck, like, I took a hit these last 2 months. I'm like, fuck, like
lose sleep. Everything.
No sleep, man. But one thing I know that does help me through all this is you don't gotta try to be like Superman, but at least work out every day.
Okay.
I run 4 or 5 miles every day.
Yeah.
I ran before I came here. It's just that calms my nerves and it helps me be happy. Like, I don't know what it does to my body. It just makes me feel amazing.
Okay.
And all that.
You go to the gym?
Every day, yeah. I go every day, and I run every day. I try to hit my weights and stuff. Like I said, you don't got to try to be like Superman, but getting your fitness in and running.
Physically. Work on your mental and work on your physical.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of people let go when they feel like, when they feel that depression and they feel that anxiety, they just let go and they fall into like this. They just go downhill, and they just let it get to them. And I look up to a lot of great people, man, and a lot of people that have been through this stuff too, and they're warriors, man. The people that overcome this stuff, they're in shape, they're fighting it every day, and I feel like everybody, most people go through this stuff in the world.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna go through it.
Yeah.
And when it comes to like sometime being, let's say, agitated by business, would you say like dealing with people doing bad business? Because I know in this game, man, you know, it's a lot of bad business. A lot of people talk a good game, but when it actually come time for them to show, they don't show up.
Yeah, nah, I can't stand bad business. And another thing about this game, this music industry, that can like if you're trying to get into the music industry, just be careful who you're around because, like you said, bad business. But at the same time, like the slightest thing can make people think you're doing bad business.
Yeah.
And you end up blackballing yourself, which will create a whole nother world of depression. You know what
It
I'm
really
saying?
will. It really will.
Yeah. So
Because only you can stop you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's one thing I've learned, man. Only you can stop you. You know, nobody can stop you. Nobody can stop us. We can only stop ourselves and shoot ourselves in the foot. But definitely, man, it's going to improve. It's going to get better.
Yeah, most def.
Just, remain focused, stay focused, and, man, keep putting one foot in front of the other. Because life it's not meant to be easy.
Yeah.
That's one thing I learned. Like, that's too much like right to say life is perfect, which
It's not.
it's never meant to be. Because everything we go through is a part of our testimony.
It's deep.
That's a
Yeah.
part of our testimony, man. From the good, the bad, the ugly. It's all based upon being a part of our testimony.
It's true. Man, it's just once I learned that life, I don't know. I just realized that life is beautiful and there's no need to stress no more.
Okay.
And that's why I feel so happy now.
Okay.
Even though I go through a little normal business things, shit,
yeah.
I had a bad month, fuck it. Like, you feel stressed out. But I learned that I got 5 beautiful kids. I got a roof over my
Exactly.
head. I'm breathing.
Yes.
I got
And you got a good team around you.
I got a good team around me. I could see, I could hear. I'm grateful. And once I learned to be grateful about all these little things, like I've been just the happiest. Like I said, shout out to my wife. She taught me how to be grateful for
That's
everything
good.
I have.
That's good.
And changed everything, changed my whole mentality. That's why I love her, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
That's
And you need that in life, man. Somebody
Yeah.
that's really right there in your corner, man, through it all. So that's definitely good.
Having a solid woman will
Yeah.
definitely help.
Definitely. That's what's up.
Yeah, I believe in that stuff a lot, man. I believe in having the right one with you.
Okay.
At least it helped me. So
Okay. I mean, well, that's good, and that's definitely how you got help can also help someone,
yeah,
because a lot of people don't have that. They don't have that, that special lady in their life,
Yeah.
To help them when they fall, somebody actually there to, help them get up off the ground.
Can I ask you a question?
Definitely.
Do you believe in like the law of attraction and the universe and manifestation and stuff like that?
Yes.
Okay,
And my birth number is number 8.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe in that. Yeah.
So I've always like I'm just speaking from my personal experience.
Okay.
I feel like I manifested everything,
Okay.
and I feel like I've always wanted to be a happy person and be a good person and treat people good and
Yes.
and do the right things. And I feel like when you really, really want something in your heart, it'll happen.
Yes.
And that's what I feel happened to me. Like all these, I wouldn't ever known I would have had my wife in my life and she would have helped me and all these things would have happened and now I'm just this happy person. I
Yes.
would have never thought that would ever happen. I feel like I manifested
Well,
that.
you didn't feel like you deserved that in life?
No, but I really wanted that.
Okay.
And that's what I'm trying to say. Is like
But it didn't come when you wanted it, it came when you least expected it, right?
Exactly. When I least expected it.
And that's how it happens. Just like success. People want success so bad and focus so hard, but when you least expect it, that's when it happened.
That's when it happens.
And that's one thing I say about life, and you definitely can quote me on, a hospital not the only thing with patients. That's a key part of life, and you could definitely quote that. So,
Wow.
Oh yeah. I mean, I had to learn. Me being, a suicide survivor. I know my life was spared for a reason. I know I'm sitting here across from you talking to you for a reason. Like this is my calling. For years, I thought it was my music because the things I talk about in my music helps people as well.
Yeah.
But what I've learned, me in a physical form, actually talking and getting out there and going different places and speaking is what helps the most. So just like, you also sharing your story, it's going to help someone.
Let me ask you a question as well. Another one. Do you feel like everyone's different? So
Yes.
do you did music help you? Like was
Music
it like
is
a
medicine.
therapy?
Music is medicine.
Okay, yeah.
Definitely. Music is medicine. Anybody that feel like it's not, maybe their music's not,
Yeah.
but my music, sometimes when I listen to my music, I listen to my music like it's not me
Yeah.
from a consumer's point of view. And my music make me tear up because I know it's real, because it really come from how I lived. Me being abandoned, me being found in an apartment, me born a crack baby,
Fuck.
growing up in Compton,
Yeah.
and Miss Price, who's my everything, who adopted me, who passed in '92, that I'll never get over, because that was my everything, and still is to this day. And I know she's looking down at me, smiling hard, like, I did something, because I was one of them ones in school. I was kept back in the third grade a couple of times because I had a learning disorder. So they said I would never amount to nothing, and they always told Miss Price you should just get him on like SSI and just let him live off of that for the rest of their life, for the rest of his life. And that used to break me down. When I was younger, I stopped going to school in high school because of a learning disorder. I don't recommend nobody out there stop going to school, stay in school, go to college. But for me, like, everybody's different. For me, I didn't want to be around it no more. And I've learned more out of school than I did in school, and I got more educated.
I went through the same shit, man. I did the same thing. It was hard for me to learn. I have a severe case of ADHD. Like,
I couldn't keep up.
yeah, I have ADHD. I couldn't learn. Like I said, I have Tourette's, bro. Like, if you'll see me blinking and doing stuff like this, like it was way worse when I was a kid.
Yes.
I started smoking weed, and it calmed it down.
It relaxed you.
It relaxed my nerves. It helped me a lot. That was like another way of helping my stress and depression as well. Don't do drugs, kids, but
Yeah, definitely don't.
but it helped me.
Yeah.
And I went through the same thing. I had a hard time learning, and I learned my own way. I dropped out of high school, and I started doing music, and I had to figure it out, kind of like how you did.
Yeah, had to figure it out. Had to learn how to spell and everything. One thing I used to always do, I was always a person that I kind of learned how to read by reading a dictionary. That's kind of like how I learned about what things meant, what words meant. I started from the beginning of the dictionary, and just like how people read hard books and different books, that was something I always read that taught me, and that's what I learned from.
I couldn't imagine reading the dictionary.
Yeah, I mean, especially, I was doing music too as
Okay,
well.
okay.
You know what I mean? So it was like,
It helped.
it helped, because I wasn't getting it in school. I just wasn't as bad as I wanted to, but it was frustrating. I couldn't keep up with the class, so I would, have to go from a classroom that has 21 students to a classroom that has 4 or 5.
Special class.
Yeah, very special.
They put more attention to you, basically.
Way more attention, yeah. But it still, for some reason, it just still wasn't helping me. It didn't click.
Were you already older when you started reading? When you learned how to read? Or were you young still?
No, I was still young. I would say junior high school.
Oh, shit.
Enterprise Junior High School.
Okay.
I still had special ed classes, and I had to figure it out. I used to ditch school, a lot, would ditch and go to the neighborhood and, hustle in the neighborhood and get it out, like they say, get it out the mud, like, this is how I'm going to make my living, this is how I'm going to survive. And I have no regrets in life, because everything I went through made me who I am today. Just like I said, all of us can stop us.
Yeah.
Nothing can stop us. Look, you have all these things going on with you, but look at you.
Yeah.
You're still successful.
Yeah.
You got an amazing team. You have an amazing wife. You have an amazing kids, and you're still progressing. You're still making things happen, and that's the key thing. That's all it takes, is to keep moving forward.
I feel like no matter what you do, you're gonna feel this shit. You're gonna feel the stress, the anxiety.
Yes.
Everyone's gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it no matter what. It's just a matter of fact if you're strong.
Yeah, yeah. You got to find a way to be strong. You know, like I said, sometime, man, when on sad days, sometime, you know, I still go through stuff. You know, I'm not perfect. I'm human.
Yeah.
You know, even though I do what I do, I carry so much weight on my shoulders. You know, from my own personal life
Yeah.
and to just assisting people with life. You know.
Yeah, I do too, man.
Oh yeah.
It's part of it.
Oh yeah.
You gotta just like I said, exercising helps a lot.
Yeah, I go to the gym. I
Yeah.
definitely go to the gym. I need it. You know,
Yeah.
it's therapeutic for me to go to the gym. It's a peace of mind for me when I go to the gym. I really get a peace of mind and really get in there, man, and just I grind it out, you know, and just think of things that I can do in life, you know, to keep and continuously improving my life.
Yeah, it's
That's
amazing.
the key thing. We have to constantly figure out other ways to keep improving in life. It's important. Every day you gotta learn something every day. That's another thing I learned about life, man. And also never feel like you can't learn from someone younger than you. I've learned that too.
That's a gem right there.
You know, so, you know, once you reach a certain age in life, some people feel like, oh man, youngster, you can't teach me nothing. I don't believe in that. I done had a lot of young cats, man, that taught me something.
It's amazing, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. I believe in that too.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I've talked to my uncles and tried to help them, and I
Yes.
feel like I'm right.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
I'm like
yeah.
my older uncles. I'm like, man,
They don't want to give you credit, huh?
they're like, fuck you.
Like, man, give my credit, huh?
Yeah, they don't want to listen.
Y'all know I'm helping y'all.
I'm like, man, I be trying to tell them like, this is what I did. They're like, man, get out of my face. Yeah,
But it's really what you did, and
Yeah.
look at you.
Yeah.
You know, success, man, it's there.
Yeah.
And anybody can be successful, but the key thing is holding on to it.
Mm-hmm.
Holding on to success.
That could drive you crazy too.
And that is the part that will drive you even crazy. Like, okay, I've built this empire. Now how do I hold on to it?
We got to realize too, man, not everything lasts forever. Everything ends one day. To me, at least, that's what I believe in. I feel like everything ends one day.
If you allow it to.
I just feel like life ends, you know.
Well, everybody, you're born to die.
Everyone
you know?
dies.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
shit's
You're
gonna
not going to
end.
live here. But at the same time,
Yeah.
structure and set your life up so when that time do come, which you worked hard
You're great.
with blood, sweat, and tears to build,
Mm-hmm.
put it in the right hands
Exactly.
so
Your kids.
so it can live on, you know?
Yeah.
That's
true.
a key thing. You want it to live on.
You wanted to live on.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. I know it's a struggle though for a lot of people maintaining. I've seen a lot of producers. I'm not gonna say no names, but I've seen a lot of people like Dan really go suicidal as well. Not suicidal, but like fall into that hole because they became somebody and it ended.
But when it's like what I've learned, and it's another reason I do what I do. Sometimes when people fall in that hole, it's like, well, who do I talk to?
Mm-hmm.
Who can I talk to that actually been through it? Yeah. I used to see a psychiatrist, you know, after my survival of a suicide attempt. And I used to go in there and I used to, you know, lay there and be telling my life story. But then I used to also, it was mandatory I had to take these capsules that they gave me. Them things made me more stressed than I was before that happened.
What was it, like Xanax?
Cinequans.
Oh shit.
Yeah, these things will put an elephant to sleep.
Damn.
Like for days. And I feel like I already tried to sleep permanently. So it's not sleep what I need. I need to put my mind in the right path and tunnel vision and go get it. And that's what I did. But I used to go see the psychiatrist and lay there. I'm sharing my life story. And one day I walked out of there and I thought to myself, like, what's the benefit of this?
Mm-hmm.
Why do I keep coming to see the psychiatrist? I'm sharing my story, but this psychiatrist, yeah, you went to school, you got a degree as a therapist, but have you ever experienced this life that I'm sharing with you? They hadn't. So it's like, what are my benefits of me sharing?
Like, how the fuck do you know how I feel?
Yeah. How the fuck do you know how I feel? And what are the benefits of me sharing it? You're jotting it down, but who is it helping? I'm sharing it. You're getting a paycheck, but who is it helping? So I changed the narratives on that and say, you know what? I'm going to start sharing my life through my music.
Fire.
To help people. I'm going to start sharing my life, you know, through this audience, you know, from my loved ones, this opportunity that was given to me over here at No Jumper. I've been through hell with buckets of gasoline, but I know one thing, I'm still here, I'm still breathing, and I just want people to know, man, that life gets better. At the end of every storm, the sun do shine.
You're like an angel.
I was kept here for a purpose.
Yeah, because you're helping people.
And it's important, man. That's why, you know, shout out, you know, to Adam, shout out to Josh, shout out to my whole, you know, No Jumper family, loved one, because this is what it's about, man, especially as you get older, man. Like, I know people my age, man, still just negative thoughts.
Yeah.
You know, they still teaching people to do it wrong. I'm trying to inspire, motivate, and uplift and let people know life gets better. You're not alone. The face of never give up, man, is what I push hard to be.
Do you feel like those older people, when they're thinking negative like that, do you feel like they just created that themselves, or do you feel like, because from my experience, I created it myself, so I don't know anything else. I don't know if you can be born that way,
yes,
or I don't know, but
you can be taught that way.
Okay.
You can be led that way.
Okay.
You know, growing up in the neighborhood, certain things, you know, people show. Some people teach people how to get money. So some young homies follow that trend. Then you got older homies that influence the younger homies to do drugs. So some people will follow that trend, you know. But my thing, man, is to paint a picture, you know, that everyone can see, loved one. Like, there's nothing better than bettering your life. There's nothing better than taking the steps you need to take to improve your life.
as in being more positive.
Definitely being more positive, but wanting something out of life. Because some people feel like, man, you know, life ain't going good. I don't know what to do. I get a lot of phone calls because I give out my number personally to everybody, and I get phone calls from people. And it's a lot of people in this world that's going through it, loved one. Like, and they feel like, who do I talk to? Who can relate to these shoes I'm walking in?
Yeah.
I know what it feel like to want to leave here by self-infliction, but I don't have any regrets, but at the same time, I want to definitely change the narratives on that, because if I knew what I know now, it would have went different. I know it would have.
Do you ever get like a relapse in a way of like, do you ever like feel like that? Like
That
still?
feeling?
Yeah. Like, okay.
I wake up with a smile on my face.
Right.
Even when I'm going through it, I got a smile on my face, loved one. I wear a smile.
Is it because you turn yourself into like such a positive person, or because? Like,
Well, I trip.
Or because all the blessings you're getting right now, you're just grateful for all this stuff, and you're just like
Grateful, super grateful for the blessings, but then there's like a lot of people that don't support what I do, that I've been knowing all of my life. You know, there's a lot that supported me when I was this gang member, this street dude. But I shifted away from that. I want, when I leave here, I want to be remembered on a good note. I don't want to be remembered on, oh, that dude, oh yeah, he was a gunner. I don't want to be remembered on that. I want to be remembered on, like, man, that dude really helped some people change their life, because it's working. I get phone calls, I get the messages, they watching the podcast, and it's really helping, loved one. And that feels good. It gets me emotional because it's working and it's really helping and it's important. And my thing is to try to get more people step up to the bat and let's help people, man, change the narratives on how they look at life and inspire, especially our youth. Especially our youth, man. If we drop the ball on our youth, who's going to help them? Who are they going to look up to?
It's gonna be disaster.
It's going to be a disaster.
Yeah.
You know, the future is it's up for grabs, you know? So I'm going to definitely do my part, and a lot of people do their part, and that's what it's about, loved one, you know? But thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Of course.
We definitely going to stay in touch, you know? And once again, y'all, this is OG Suicide, man. OG Suicide in the building. Make sure y'all tune in, continuously watching, sharing, letting people know about OG Suicide in the building, subscribing to the YouTube channel. Go to ogsuicideinthebuilding.com to get your merch. And once again, I want to thank my loved one, DJ Flippp, man, for coming on the show.
Thank you. Appreciate you for bringing me out here.
We might have to do a part 2.
No, we do, man.
I got you.
I feel good doing this, man. You made me feel happy right now.
And that's what it's about.
It made me feel like, you know.
Like I told you, it was written on your face, loved one, and
this is beautiful.
We'll
man.
get it out, you know.
Yeah. Thank you for having this podcast and making it about
Shout out to Adam.
mental health, man. Shout out to Adam, man. For real.
Peace.
That's fire.